Hello. Hi. It's me, Joan. Welcome to another edition of Reading with Joan. I am your host, Joan, and I love reading books. And I love reading intercontinental books. Books that are going to bring children back to the memories of their heritage. Right here in Scotland. If you want me, join me. If you want to join me, every Tuesday and Thursday, 4 p.m. and on Saturday on our Facebook page, later on YouTube, where we'll discuss about different topics that relate to us. I hope you enjoyed today's reading and I hope you have fun as you read with us every time on this program. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to our channel. Most importantly, tell somebody else about us. Hope to see you soon. It's me, Joan. Bye. Thank you.
Hi kids. Today we're looking at a professor called Professor Sir Bernard Ribeiro. He was born in 1944 in Ajimota, that's in Ghana. Ribeiro moved to the UK with his family at the age of 8. He attended Dean Close School in Cheltenham. He then attended London University's Middlesex Hospital Medical School. At that medical school, he qualified as a medical doctor in 1967. In 1972, he was awarded the Fellowship of the Royal College of Surgeons, England. That's the FRCS. According to the online encyclopedia, Wikipedia, the FRCS is a professional qualification to practice as a senior surgeon in Ireland or the United Kingdom. It is bestowed by the Royal College of Surgeons of England, the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, that's chartered in 1784, the Royal College of Surgeons Edinburgh, and the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Glasgow. Though strictly, the unqualified initials refer to the London College. At Basildon Hospital in 1979, Ribeiro was appointed consultant general surgeon, which meant he was reaching the top of his career. Wow, that's really good. He had special interest in urology and colorectal surgery, but Ribeiro's major contribution to British society, and not only that, but in fact, the whole world, came in 1991 when he introduced keyhole surgery at Basildon Hospital. In 1998, he was elected to the Council of the Royal College of Surgeons of England. Ribeiro had significant influence in the awarding of university status for both Basildon and Thurrock hospitals in 2002. He also helped to establish the Basildon and Thurrock University Hospitals NHS Foundation Trust Advanced Laparoscopic Unit. Out of the UK, Ribeiro has also worked as a consultant surgeon in Ghana, his home country, and as an examiner in surgery at 3 different universities. Wow, that's good. In 2004, Ribeiro was awarded the CBE for services to medicine. Just 4 years later, he was knighted, which is when the Sir part of his name comes in. Professor Sir Ribeiro retired from medical service in 2008. But not before receiving, in that same year, an honorary degree of Doctor of Science by Anglia, Ruskin University, and an honorary doctorate fellowship from the American College of Surgeons, as well as carrying out his duties as a peer, where he was raised in 2010. Baron Ribeiro also acts as one of the advisors to the Secretary of State for Health. Summary. Sir Bernard Ribeiro came from humble beginnings in Ghana, but when he came to the UK, he took advantage of the education system in order to get as much of it as possible, which resulted in him becoming a medical doctor. But from his story, we can see that he has been giving back as much, and even more to British society, than what he took out. Ribeiro demonstrates that with ambition and drive, a person can get to the top of any profession regardless of their beginnings. I learned a lot from this man. Even though we've not read about any racism in the story, we still learned that he was an amazing man and that he was unstoppable. He got to the top of his medical practice. He was an amazing surgeon. And he also not only was a professor, he was also a sir. He was a surgeon in the UK and in Ghana, and he worked as an examiner in surgery at 3 universities, which is a lot of different things. I hope you enjoyed today's story.
Hi kids, how are you doing today? I hope you enjoyed the reading from our famous scientist and inventor from the UK. Today we are starting a new book, and this time around it's not fiction, it's not story, it is a real life story, or it's a non-fiction story of Wangari Maathai, the woman who planted millions of trees. Wangari Maathai. I hope you enjoy reading this book. It's going to take a couple of weeks, but we'll read about her and we'll see the lessons we learn from her. First of all, you know what I like most about this book? It is the illustrations of this book. It is beautifully illustrated. I'll show you one of them. Maybe I'll be able to read while showing you the illustration. I'll read this poem. It's almost as if Wangari Maathai is still alive, since the trees she planted still grow. Those who care about the earth like Wangari can almost hear her speaking in 4 languages she knew: Kikuyu, Swahili, English and German, while she carried out her important work with important people. Wangari encouraged many village women. She dug holes with them in the red soil, holes in which to plant hope for today and forest for tomorrow. Such a beautiful thing to leave a landmark that for generations to come, people talk about you and the hope you brought to people just by planting trees. Let's discover her life together. When Wangari planted a large leaved ebony tree or an African tulip tree, she was reminded of her own roots. She was born in 1940 in a little village of Haiti across from the majestic volcanic mountain Kenya, which her people considered holy. This is her story. The immense village around Wangari's childhood home is populated by bango, antelope, monkeys and butterfly. The antelope, called the Nunguri by the Wangari's people, lived here too. It may be because Wangari means she belongs to the leopard that Wangari feels as though she's part of the entire forest. That's why I keep telling kids, your name identifies you. That's little Wangari, and that's the leopard she's named after. What's the meaning of your name? And how will it affect you? Wangari fetched water every day at the foot of a great mangumu, the generous fig tree. As the eldest child of 5 siblings, she is the second lady in the house. She helped her mother with countless tasks, gathering wood for the fire, cooking and looking after the little children and doing farm chores. Wangari's mother gave her a little garden. Wangari learned to dig and plant in the shadow of the big mangumu. Her mother teaches her that a tree is worth more than its wood, an expression that Wangari never forgets. I just love the pictures of this book. Wangari's father worked for Sir Nalem, one of the ruling British colonists. The British claim the best land for themselves and insist that the Kenyans take Christian names. As a result, Wangari is called Miriam during her childhood. The British grow richer by cutting trees to plant more tea. Wangari remembers the first tree she saw fall. She doesn't know yet that she can change things with her voice and her hands. Kids, you might be small today, and you can see the challenge that are going on around the world. Who knows? You will be the change for tomorrow. Just like Wangari saw the unfairness that was done to trees when she was growing up. You can see the unfairness around the whole world. Take note of it and be a torchbearer of change for tomorrow. One evening, in their little house made of mud, wood, wall, and dry dung, Wangari's big brother asked their mother a question. Why doesn't Wangari go to school? Wangari knows the answers. Daughters must help their mothers before getting married and having children of their own. But without even realizing it, Nedutri changed things by asking his question. A few days later, Wangari was running joyfully to school with her brothers and cousin. She's thankful for her elder brother for daring to ask the right question, and her mother for making the decision to change Wangari's life. Wangari wants to know and understand everything, and going to school helps her succeed. She receives a high school diploma at a time when very few African women even learn to read. Kids, who is that one person that stands out and speaks for you? For Wangari was her elder brother that spoke for her and made sure she went to school. And for all I care for at that time, very few people went to school, talk less of women. And today we are thankful that her brother stood up for her and she went to school. What do you think? Don't you think we should stop here? Next time we'll find out what happened after she left secondary school and how her life journeyed to make impact. But what are the lessons we learned today? Your name is an identity that will define you. For Wangari, she was named after the leopard, and so she felt she was always part of the forest. Secondly, very early, she learned how to plant trees. In addition, she also learned to help her mom. We read that she did a lot of chores around the house. Kids, are you helping your parents? Are you supporting them in the house? For Wangari, she learned to be a home carer, taking care of her home, and she also learned to begin to know things like planting trees. And apart from that, she did not like the injustice of cutting down trees. She saw that other people were profiting from the land, the best land in Kenya. And she thought to herself, I might make a change. Kids, you can make a change. Remember, you will stand out someday. And on this note, I want to say thank you for listening to the beginning of Wangari's life. And next time, we'll continue to find out what happened to her. Thank you for joining us on Reading with John. See you next time. Bye.